I was scrolling through Reddit when I saw a relationship advice post that made my blood boil. The title was something like, "I'm in love with my brother-in-law. How do I get him to leave my sister?" I handed my phone to my husband, Ethan, who was sitting next to me on the couch. He read it silently for a minute, raised an eyebrow, and said, "Babe, did you not realize this is your sister?" As soon as the words left his mouth, Chloe walked out of the kitchen. She was holding a bowl of freshly washed cherries. They were huge, dark red, and dripping wet. She shoved the bowl in my face, her voice dripping with fake sweetness. "Sarah, look, I washed these for you. Eat up." I reached out to grab one, but before I could even touch it, she plucked a cherry from the bowl. She bypassed me completely and tried to feed it directly to my husband, her brother-in-law, Ethan. Ethan threw his hand up to block her. The plump cherry hit his hand, bounced off, and splattered onto the white tile floor, leaving a red stain like a drop of blood. Chloe pouted, giving me that bratty look she's perfected since childhood. "Look at Ethan, Sarah. He's wasting food." Usually I would say, "Ethan, be nice to my sister." But right now, the gears in my head were turning. I noticed the subtle difference in her body language. I asked, "Chloe, why didn't you feed me?" "Because I can't let you get too lazy." Chloe giggled, flopping down onto the empty spot on the sofa next to Ethan. She grinned at me. "Look at you. You hate doing housework. You dump everything on Ethan. You're getting lazier by the day. It's bad for your health, you know." Ethan turned to look at me, cocking an eyebrow as if to say, "Did you finally figure it out, dummy?" Then he turned to Chloe. "I like a lazy wife. I love doing housework. It's my kink." He brushed off his sleeve, stood up, and walked to his home office. "I'm going to go game." Chloe glared at his back with pure hatred, let out a huff, and started stuffing cherries into her mouth like a chipmunk. She's always been like that. When she's pissed, she binge eats. I decided to test the waters. "Hey, Chloe, didn't you say your college sorority had a retreat last Wednesday? What did you guys do?" She puffed out her cheeks. "We went to the state park for a barbecue, but it started pouring rain, so everyone lost their appetite." Boom! My brain exploded. Her answer matched the Reddit post perfectly. She stopped chewing and stared at me for a second. "Don't bring up that day. I'm still pissed about it." Of course she was pissed. The post said she ran 6 miles in the rain from the park to her brother-in-law's office just to bring him an umbrella. And the brother-in-law, he handed the umbrella to a colleague and told her to take the subway home. She felt heartbroken. This was my precious little sister, the one I'd protected my whole life. The reason I didn't realize the post was written by Chloe initially was because of how she described me. The sister in the post was described as old, short, and balding, violent temper, inconsiderate, lazy as hell, and useless at chores, low education, low class, and having zero in common with her husband. I mean, I didn't think I was that bad. I am petite, sure, my hair is fine, but I'm not balding for Christ's sake. I'm an elementary school teacher, hardly low education or low class. But if I ignored the insults directed at me, the description of Ethan was spot on. Tall, handsome, funny, and gentle. Graduated from an Ivy League school, now a mid-level manager at a tech firm. His only flaw? He loves video games. The post went on to say how much she hurt for her brother-in-law. He worked so hard, putting in overtime, only to come home to no dinner because his lazy sister had already gone to bed. I admit, I don't stay up waiting for Ethan, because Ethan tells me not to. He cares about my sleep schedule. Reading between the lines, I felt her utter disgust for me, and her obsessive lust for Ethan. I gripped my phone as the screen went dark, a wave of nausea rising in my throat. I'm such an idiot, seriously. Later that night, lying in bed, I sighed. Chloe said her roommates were bullying her, so I let her move in. I never thought she was plotting to steal my husband. I'm sending her back to the dorms tomorrow. I vote yes with both hands and feet. Ethan was under the covers, still playing on his Switch. "Why didn't you just tell me? You let me walk around like a blind fool." I reached over and pinched his ear. Ethan put down his console and laughed. What was I supposed to say? "Hey, your little sister